Hey guys, hope you're well. Back today with another video. So following my fats video that I did the other day, I'm going to be going over my top 5 nuts. So obviously nuts was one of my foods, my top 5 fats, but I just want to go over now my top 5 nuts that I would recommend, since there's such a lot of nuts out there. Which ones are best for your health, which ones are going to obviously do you the most good. Majority of the time most nuts are good, but these are going to be the top 5 for me that I think are going to improve your health, and also they taste good. So number 1 is going to be almonds. Okay, decent source of monounsaturated fats, vitamin E, so again decent for as an antioxidant, okay, reducing oxidative stress in the body. Magnesium, which we spoke about before, so really good for relaxing the body, calming the body down. Okay, one of the essential electrolytes that we need for the body to help it run efficiently. Also, it's going to support healthy cholesterol levels, so it can help to lower LDL and raise HDL, which is obviously good for us to have. Number 2 is going to be walnuts. Again, preventing oxidation. So a lot of these are going to have some crossovers. So preventing oxidation, mainly oxidation of cholesterol. So we don't want our cholesterol to oxidate, because that's when it's going to cause inflammation, which isn't good for the body. One of the real benefits for walnuts is they're high in omega-3s. So if anyone watching this is vegetarian or vegan, okay, and you don't obviously eat oily fish like salmon or mackerel or sardines or anything like that, walnuts are really good, because they help to increase your omega-3 content in your diet, which is really essential for health, okay, because we spoke about omega-3, 6 and 9, and it's essential that we have enough omega-3 in our diet. And the problem is nowadays people have way too much omega-6 in their diet, and omega-6 is actually pro-inflammatory. We need some, but a lot of people have way too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3. So walnuts are a really good one for that. Also loaded with antioxidants and polyphenols, again, which just help with reducing inflammation and things like that in the body. Number 3 is going to be Brazil nuts. Brazils are actually quite a powerhouse, mainly because of selenium. So selenium is really essential for keeping your thyroid running efficiently. We have a guest today as well, if anyone hasn't seen. So Brazils are really good for boosting your selenium levels. Selenium aids with thyroid health. Okay, so when we have a healthy thyroid, that's going to be essential for keeping our metabolism running efficiently, burning fat and keeping fat off and things like that. Now, selenium's also been shown that as keeping the thyroid healthy for people who have a healthy thyroid, people who have slow metabolism or underactive thyroid or things like Hashimoto's, autoimmune disorders, selenium can actually help to improve those diseases. So if you have an underactive thyroid and you've been diagnosed with this, getting some Brazil nuts in your diet to get selenium is going to be a big thing. Finally, it also gives you glutathione peroxidase. So selenium helps to produce more of this, and again, that's another powerful antioxidant in the body. It is, isn't it? Yes, it is. Well done. So Brazil's also really nutrient dense as well, so really good to get in. Number 4 is going to be cashews. Okay, so cashews, for me, I love cashews. They're my favorite nut. Okay, loaded with magnesium, like we said about with the almonds, for electrolyte balance and things like that. Okay, aid with supporting healthy cholesterol. Okay, before the cat knocks over the whiteboard. So yeah, supporting healthy cholesterol, like pretty much all nuts do. Also, you're going to get a decent amount of copper. Now, copper is essential for preventing blood disease. Okay, so we need to make sure that we have a decent amount of copper in our diet, and cashews are going to be a real big powerhouse for doing that. Okay, and finally, they also contain zeaxanthin. So zeaxanthin is really good for the retina of the eye and preventing UV ray damage for the eyes. Cashews really good benefit for doing that, and pretty much they're the only nut that does that. So do try and get some cashews in your diet, but also, like I say, they're quite good. They add quite a creaminess to your food. So I make my own cashew milk at home now. Literally all it is take your cashews, put it in some boiling water, leave them for 15 minutes, and then I think it's about 60 grams of cashews with about 400 to 500 milliliters of milk. Literally blend it together in a NutriBullet. No need to sieve it or anything, because that'll just blitz the cashews into literally the liquid in with the milk. Leave it to stand for a little bit so it obviously defroths, and that's pretty much your cashew milk done. So it's just 2 ingredients, no need to sieve. Really, really good if you want to have some cashew milk at home instead of obviously buying it, because it does get quite expensive, and I found this is a lot cheaper and just easy to do. And finally, macadamias. Again, really, really good nut, loaded with what we call tocotrienols. So tocotrienols are a kind of like a subtype of vitamin E, but they're really, really good for preventing things like oxidative stress, like vitamin E does in general. But it's also really, really good for preventing things like, and aiding with the fight of things like cancer, heart disease, diabetes, okay, so chronic illnesses. But also tocotrienols have a big, big benefit on your brain health. So they aid in the fight against things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, okay? So tocotrienols is like a subtype of vitamin E, but you're going to get those in your macadamias, so that's really, really good. Also, macadamias contain omega-7 fats. Some studies showing that omega-7 fats, if you get a decent amount, can actually aid with preventing unwanted weight gain. We do need to do, or the scientific world needs to do a little bit more studying on this, but some of the studies coming through are quite good. And then finally, macadamias aid with your gut health, because they are actually have a prebiotic effect on the gut. They actually help to feed the healthy gut bacteria with short chain fatty acids, so that helps to keep the good gut bacteria in check, which is going to help to keep your gut healthy. Now obviously, a couple of things I want to go over with nuts, 1 or 2 things. One, if you overconsume on any food, you're going to put weight on. Okay, even though nuts are healthy and they have health benefits, if you eat too many of them, because they're quite calorie dense, you might overconsume. So 1, you need to be wary of that. 2, you're best off trying to get your nuts in raw form, or as raw as you possibly can. So I love kind of nut butters and things like this, but the majority of the time with a nut butter, what they'll do is they'll go and roast them first. Now the problem with roasting the nuts is it can then cause the fat in the nut to actually oxidate, especially if it's a nut that doesn't handle heat very well. So you just need to be a bit careful if you're buying like nut butters all the time. And sometimes companies will go and load them with bad oils, again, to make it more creamy and more of a liquid as well. So for me, you're better off get a food processor, get some nuts in like just basic the whole kind of raw form, and then pretty much in the food processor make your own nut butter. That's really easy. Make your own cashew milk, because like I say, a lot of these companies will roast them. That kind of obviously breaks down the nut, but it can sort of degrade the quality of the nut as well, which isn't the best thing that we want. So when you're having nuts, try and buy it in a raw form. I know nut butters taste great and things like that, but you're better off trying to make your own, especially if you're wanting to get optimal health from eating your nuts. But like I say, they're my top 5 nuts. They're the reasons. Don't eat too many. Just make sure you're weighing them out and stuff, and make sure you're fitting them into your calories. But like I say, they do have some benefits. Recommendation for me would be maybe take 2 or 3 of these. You could buy a pack of all 5 and then literally just rotate them. So that will also stop you becoming, intolerant to something. So you usually build an intolerance if you're going to eat the same thing all the time. So it's why I don't recommend people always eat white potato. You go white potato, then sweet potato, or rice with porridge. Okay, so you're changing things up. With your nuts, mixed between 2 or 3 of these, you might have 25 grams of almonds on one day, the next day walnuts, 25 grams of cashews the next day, and you can just rotate through those 3 if they're the 3 you bought. And you're also going to get the benefits then of the health benefits of each of them, because they've got also their own individual benefits to you, your health and your diet. So hopefully you've liked the video. Give it a like, comment as well if you've liked it. Share it to family and friends, and if you haven't, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. But until next time, guys, peace out.